Katie and I are excited to be speaking about the Breast Cancer Care WA game on Friday. It's the third time the Wildcats will be playing in such a game wearing the hot pink uniforms, and the first time for the Lynx, and this is the first time we've seen them, but it's an important part of a huge night for us, and happy to answer any questions.
Yeah, I think, the Lynx girls are all really excited to be joining in on this great cause, and we know how successful it's been for the Wildcats over the last few years and being able to raise a lot of money for a great cause. So the Lynx are very excited to be to having a pink game this weekend as well.
You actually have a link, haven't you, to links? You personally have a link to breast cancer somewhere?
Yeah, just recently one of the current Opal squad members, Tiana Menakahia, was diagnosed with breast cancer, stage 2 breast cancer. So for someone quite young, and she was, and she is still a part of our Opal squad program, but is obviously dealing with that at the moment. And I know she's been going through some chemotherapy and treatment over in the States at her University of Syracuse before her final season of college. So close to our hearts, and I think, for the WNBL community, we are wishing, Tiana all the best and something, a great cause.
Does it rock you when something like that happens?
Yeah, we literally had an Opals camp in April, and then maybe a month or two later we found out that that was happening for Tiana. So obviously, not the greatest news to have for someone so young and up and coming, but we know she's been in the best of hands, and I know the Opals medical team are looking after her as well. So we're just hoping, for the best, and she's staying really strong, and obviously, pretty significant link for us in the WNBL community and the Australian Opals as well.
These games for you guys, what do they mean to you when you've had two now in not the typical red, but the pink?
Yeah, I think the whole build-up is significant as well. So today's the first time we get to see the jerseys, and then I dare say tomorrow Trev will actually open up and explain to the new guys in particular why we're donning the bright pink and who for. So, obviously Dawn, Trev's wife, has had 2 bouts of cancer. She's still going through it herself, and breast cancer care were huge in her recovery the second time. So Trev is a guy that rocks up to works harder than anyone else I know, but it's usually about basketball and performance. It's one of the rarities where he opens up and talks about his family and how much it's affected him, not just as a basketball coach or a professional basketball club, but as a husband and as a father, and the toll it's taken as being a loving husband and a guy seeing his kids have to witness their mother, go through chemotherapy, go through radiation, back-to-back surgery. So, Dawn's as tough as a person as I've ever met, but she's one of thousands of Australians who've not only been affected by breast cancer personally, but indirectly. My mum, she had a scare. She had some of a breast removed, but Dawn have gone through it twice, and the faces that they bring down onto the court after the game, that was very touching last season. To win the game was amazing, but then to see all the people that have been affected by breast cancer personally being brought down on a stage wearing the hot pink and taking a photo with them, it's a moment I'll never forget as a player.
Can it add extra motivation to a game?
Yeah, it does. Everyone likes to think they approach every game the same, but the reality is some are more special than others, and this certainly is one that when the calendar comes out, you look for when we're going to represent the Wildcats on behalf of Breast Cancer Care WA, or whoever it is that's been affected by such a horrible thing, and you look forward to the game itself. It's an emotional game, one we look forward to, and you certainly do rise to the occasion. Hopefully it's no different against a team that's undefeated, because if we aren't at our best, we'll get embarrassed.
They're a pretty decent team, aren't they? And you've got another guard to contend with who's possibly as close to Bryce as probably any other player in the competition in terms of shooting and his ability to score.
Yeah, he's an incredible player. Roberson, it's his first year in the league, yet he's already made 18 of 26 three-pointers. He and Mitch Creek are 1 and 2 in the scoring, leading the NBL. So to have 50 points between 2 players, it goes a long way to why they're undefeated so far this early in the season. So credit to them, they're playing a great brand of basketball, and it starts with Roberson and Creek. So yeah, looking forward to another challenge, but it never gets easier, that's for sure.
His scores this year at 91, 113 and 106. They're putting on some totals. How do you stop that?
Yeah, we've got to slow them down, obviously, first and foremost, and then just make sure their shots are contested. They've got great spacing, so even though I've mentioned those 2 players who average 25 apiece, you've then got some quality players spacing the ball. Benny Madgen's come back from Europe. Adam Gitsom's a veteran of the league, and you know what to expect from him. Cole Adams playing great basketball. So if you only focus on 2 players, they've got other guys that can hurt you, but obviously they are a focal point without disrespecting anyone else.
It seems to sort of taken the league by surprise, at least in the early stages. Is it tricky to compare and scout for the team perspective when one of their players is sort of for a
They've got a few guys that we've played against, albeit they're wearing different jerseys for different teams. But yeah, the way they've unified so early in the season, the unselfish style they're playing, the up-tempo, the leadership between guys like Mitch Creek and Adam Gibson and their style of play, it's fantastic to watch. Obviously we're going to play them this weekend, so now competitive nature kicks in, we want to stop them and get a win. But as far as just watching the first 3 games, it's a good style.
How pleased were you as captain to see the boys respond from Friday night? I think you mentioned post-game that no one's sort of going to sleep easy after that result, but to bounce back and get the result, albeit with a late winner. But how pleased were you as captain to see the way they respond?
Yeah, I was over the moon. Obviously Friday was a disappointing loss, not because of who we lost to. Cairns played great basketball, but the way we played as well. So we're not happy. We can handle losing a game if we've played to the best of our ability, but we thought we let each other down, especially the defensive end. So Cairns were too good for us on Friday, but to be able to jump on a plane and respond against a team that was in the grand final last season, yeah, it made the flight back to Perth a lot easier, that's for sure.
Do you anticipate having an import playing for you this week? Marnie's got an ankle and
Yeah.
her back.
Fingers crossed for both of them. I mean, Amani, was a bit unlucky on the weekend to go down with an ankle injury, so I think they're just seeing how she's travelling. And then Ariel's first session on court today, so I'm sure she's a pro. She'll be able to roll in and pick up things pretty quickly, and we'll hopefully have her on the court with us on Saturday.
Then wanted to bounce back. Poor weekend for you guys last week.
Yeah, pretty poor. And we're disappointed with how that went down. We thought we played a pretty tough game against Southside on the Thursday, and we're a little bit unlucky in the end not to get that win, but to drop the game in Bendigo when we were ahead at halftime was disappointing for us, and definitely looking to get back on the winning side of the board on the weekend against Adelaide.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
I'll court for a couple of photos.
Sure.
If that's okay.